So what's going on, everybody? So welcome back to my YouTube channel. So peace out. What's going on? So I just want to talk about some stuff. I want to say that my other phone got broken, so I can't really use that until I get it repaired or a new phone or whatever. So yeah. What I want to talk about is I want to talk about how society is so blind. Like you can say one thing, and then all of a sudden you can say another thing, and it just piles up until there's nothing left, you know. And the reason why I'm saying this is because a long time ago, I used to say all I want, all I wanted to say. Now you can't really say what you want to say anymore because everybody gets quote unquote offended nowadays, you know. Like for example, you could say one word and people get offended by it. It doesn't matter what it is. If it says something about woke, not woke, but like let's take an example. Um, um, Woke queers or not. That's pretty offensive, I'd say. But that's not what I'm trying to. That's not what I'm trying to say. I just want to say that you know, everything's good. Nothing's bad. Just chilling. Just doing my thing. Just chilling. You know. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, you know, it seems to me that there's been a lot of issues and a lot of problems in America, but not just in America in general. I'm talking about everywhere in the planet, worldwide. You know, and this is because there's been a lot of issues with a lot of people and a lot of situations and people and problems. Now, the only way we can fix it is if we try to understand everybody and where we're coming at and why every problem is going to come at us. Not come at us, but let's say if there's a problem, we got to try to fix it, right? There's always a solution to a problem, so we got to try to fix the problem, Or we can try to fix it, but we can't really fix it. But we can fix it, but we can't really fix it, My generation specifically, yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked on a stale rooster, I'm not saying I'm cooked. I'm saying this generation's cooked. Maybe I am cooked. Maybe a little bit, but I'm definitely not cooked as all the way. There's been a lot of issues. There's been a lot of problems, and I want to say sorry and stuff. I don't mean this stuff. I don't mean to say that stuff. I don't mean to I don't come off as a mean guy or a hateful guy or anything. I just don't really understand why there's so much problems and so much audacity and so much crime and so much problems that we can't understand each other. There's so much pedophiles being protected by this Epstein files, and we're not doing anything. There's no riots. There's no war. There's no police on the ground trying to help with the Epstein files. They're not releasing it. I mean, they released some of it, but they haven't released the whole thing. They're probably hiding something. I'm not saying what they're hiding, but they could be hiding something. But that's what I like to do. I like to do research. I like to do a little bit of digging. I like to find out what I want to find out, and I like to find out what I want to try to see. I could try to find out if I want to see if I wanted to see something, I'm gonna go see it. Right? It's not like I can't do something and not do it. All right, I gotta do something and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it as soon as I can, and not as soon as I can, but as soon as I can. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, well, a long time ago, there was a time when everybody was the same, but nobody was awake. Like, it seems like everybody's dead, but nobody's alive, and nobody's walking around trying to understand what's really going on in the world, So that's about it. Thank you. See you.